Stellar Blade is a phenomenal new game that just launched on PlayStation 5 worldwide. But it has a problem. The content has been censored from the original trailer version posted by Sony. We, as gamers, want this content back. We relied on it. We made the game the #1 pre-order worldwide because of it. And this is the true game we want. Stellar Blade is more than a game. It has become a cultural beacon for freedom of expression in a time where game publishers like Sony are censoring games more than ever. Stellar Blade was a breath of fresh air, and gamer rallied behind it because it meant things were changing, getting better, and the voice of creative freedom was ringing loud and clear. But for reasons unknown, the game was censored, changes were made. What we received after our good faith purchase was not the same as advertised. We believe in the game, we believe in Shift Up, and we are asking to get the game we believed in. Revert the censorship changes, patch the game, and you will find that even more gamers will join you and support you. All gamers can help by signing this petition. It will be printed in Korea and delivered in Korea to Shift Up offices, and physically printed and delivered to Sony PlayStation North America offices. Spread this petition on social media with the hashtag #FreeStellarBlade hashtag.
I think that it's not fair and okay that Sony has decided to censor the game, especially right at the release date. I think that's false advertising. I think that's not fair to the developer Shift Up.
Man, how about y'all take the censorship off? Man, it is freaking ridiculous, man.
Censorship sucks in all of its forms. So, developers, don't let Sony push you around.
Please Shift Up. Please. Please uncensor Stellar Blade.
What's happening right now is censorship on a stupid level.
Abby from The Last of Us, Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate, full frontal nudity, full jiggle physics, full hardcore sex scenes, not an ounce of it censored. Stellar Blade, 17 costumes, 17 were censored and added mesh to different areas so that they didn't show too much ass.
I'm sick and tired of censorship in the greatest country that's ever existed. And I'm also sick and tired of the culture hating gamers and treating all video gamers like they're worthless, straight white male incels living in their mom's basement.
So this is in response to Sony's really unacceptable behavior with what they did with Stellar Blade recently. And I've been playing the game so far. It is fun, but what you did recently is it is completely utterly stupid. It makes no sense. I don't get it with what you're doing. And for the record, this has actually got to stop.
I already showed my support by purchasing this game.
Sony has been censoring products on their platform for the last half-decade. Shift Up deserves to have their final product be the product they intended and advertised. Us as gamers deserve the final product to be the game they intended and advertised.
And I am signing the Stellar Blade petition because I, too, am tired of how Sony is constantly censoring games left and right, back and forth, for absolutely no reason whatsoever to fit some stupid, worthless, pointless agenda.
You need to change the game back and leave it alone. Please stop.
I just want to tell you, I am outraged. They need to bring back the vagina bone. They need to bring back the big titties. I like the big titties when they're on the video game. And then when a woman's running around and you can see her vagina bone situation, they need to bring it back. Microsoft, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where I am.
One, it's a rated 18 and up game. No one should have the right to tell any adult what they can or cannot consume in a video game that's rated 18 and up.
We need to understand and communicate with each other, not be censored.
I'm really disappointed because as a grown man, I really expected to have at least some type of responsibility to look after myself.
Considering the fact that we live in a anti-white, woke, anti-straight male world that we live in, I want to sign this petition just to stick it to the DEI crowd, the DEI mafia, because isn't Stellar Blade considered protected under works of art, and works of art are protected under the First Amendment?
Stellar Blade needs to be censored free. I love art, I love Pretty Lady, but this is not acceptable.
My name is on the petition. Sony, this means war. Woke mob, this means war. Grums, you have my sword and you have my shield.
I do not appreciate censorship in most forms, especially in this situation. Please consider undoing such a thing.
Honestly, I think this is ridiculous. This is supposed to be video games, meant to be played and enjoyed. There are way more serious things in the world going on.
They're only doing this because they think that Asian grown women look like children.
Last I checked, we're all adults. We don't get our hands held. If it's mature content, we're all over the age of 18. We're not kids anymore. You do not have the permission to change something that was purchased with our hard-earned money.
Sony should not get involved with censoring a game that is rated M. That's the intention of the developers.
Sony, who doesn't even know that I exist.
It's sad to see games like Stellar Blade are getting ransacked by game journalists and Sony.
I think censorship is a bad idea and bad for business.
Uncensor Stellar Blade, please. Mainly because that will very much increase sales.
Free Stellar Blade. This Western censoring of foreign games is just ridiculous.
All of our critics have maligned this movement as a bunch of white incels complaining about Sony patching out butt cracks and breast cleavage out of Korean cyborg ninja games, and I think that just deduces it's a reductive way of thinking. A lot of us are actually in it just for the gooning.
Sony, there is no need for the changes that you did. You can change it back. It's rated M for mature, okay?
Hi guys, my name is Louie, and I noticed on Twitter that I seen that there was a decent amount of censorship, like a small amount, but censorship is censorship, you know? And the game company also promised that there would be no censorship, which is, honestly false advertising, but, you know, they're probably gonna get away with it.
Sony, free Stellar Blade, we cannot have this. This was not what was promised. This is not legal. Please change back.
I am a consumer. I make money. I spend money. And I get money. Let Eve's cheeks be free. The game is rated M for mature. Let them cheeks be free.
Here is my copy of Stellar Blade. I own it physically. I can't review it on PSN because I own it physically. And you're censoring it. This is how you lose customers.
I agree that Stellar Blade should not be censored. Sony has no right to censor a game that they advertise as no censorship.
Sony's decision to censor Stellar Blade is revolting. It does not represent the interests of the women that they claim to represent, and instead appeases shareholders who want to avoid any liability regarding the game's content.
I just want this censorship to stop.
Games are just not as good these days anymore like they used to be.
Fuck you, Sony. I'm playing the game Uncensored 1.00. Everybody, cancel your PSN subscriptions. Sony will listen to that.
This petition is not only to free Stellar Blade, but to send a clear message to Sony, Nintendo, and the rest of the publishers in the gaming industry that we players will not tolerate any form of censorship moving forward.
Support our artists and individuals who manage to bring great aspects of the art to life. Stop insulting the content creators and the developers of this by censoring. Thank you.
We like games. We don't like creative effort being censored. It's just a shame to see how far Sony has fallen. It's just bad business. Come on.
I'm letting everybody know that I think that Stellar Blade should be uncensored. I also believe it should come to the Nintendo Switch as well.
To the Shift Up team, be very proud of your work on Stellar Blade.
You shouldn't have to be forced to censor your game for any reason, especially to appease corrupt game journalists, out of control politically correct ideologues, or cowardly publishers like Sony. Creator works should be preserved as intended by the creators. Thank you for delivering such a great piece of art to the fans. Free Stellar Blade.
Come on, guys. Stop with the censoring. It's the vocal minority that have a problem with this.
I'm playing Stellar Blade now. The game is absolutely amazing. But to have this censorship at the last minute is just it feels very slimy, and I feel very betrayed and slighted because this wasn't the product that was promised.
I am signing this petition to counter the woke taking on beautiful video game ladies. Beautiful video game ladies should stay and should.
Stellar Blade devs, I'm only gonna say this once. I'm really horny, and I feel like it was unfair that you patched out the sexual stuff. Well, we're not kids anymore. When I buy the game, it's rated M, and I want to see sex, and I want to see boobs, and I want to see all that junk. I'm a filthy freak, and I haven't been outside in weeks. And I was planning on having a goon session with the game.
I was having an awesome Sunday kissing my girlfriend, and all of a sudden I see this Stellar Blade shit. I voted for Bernie Sanders twice, and now that's become my biggest regret. Sony! Free Stellar Blade now!
Bro, I spent almost $100 on this game. Y'all said y'all weren't gonna censor it, and then y'all censored it. Bro, I'm a grown man. Free the game. Tighten up.
Japan is a bastion of sexual freedom, and the puritanical West are trying their hardest to bring us back to sexual repression. I support this petition because I've had enough of the West constantly shoving its woke SJW feminist agenda down our throats. We're like the civil rights movement, but for video games. We can't give up, and we must keep fighting. We can win this war, and Grums will lead us into glorious victory. You can be sure of it.
Does this look like the body of an incel? Does this look like the home gym of an incel? Does this look like the wife of an incel? Stop the censorship. We're tired.
I think it's an absolute disgrace that Stellar Blade is not free. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's honestly disgusting how they can do this stuff and no one's gonna speak up about it. I feel like we need to change this now, or else we're gonna go into a deeper, darker universe that we're not gonna get out of. And it's gonna be dangerous, and it's gonna be sad, and it's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be weird, and it's gonna be epic. But we need free Stellar Blade now.
I stand with the gamers of the PlayStation Republic, but I do not stand with the developers of Stellar Blade. I want to see her feet more than anything.
I signed this petition because I believe Stellar Blade should not be censored. One of my favorite games of all time is Nier Automata by Yoko Taro. This game is not censored, and I can look up the skirt of 2B. Please support this petition. Please support. Please support.
Yo, they gotta make Stellar Blade free.
Y'all need to uncensor Stellar Blade now. I'm running out of R34 material. I've already seen it all. I need to see it in your game now.
Another day, another censorship. Way to go, Sony. The one game we were all finally looking forward to playing on PS5 that was advertised as no censorship is, of course, censored. You suck. Way to go. I'm signing the petition.
Sony, please uncensor Stellar Blade. It's unfair what you guys did. Uncensor Stellar Blade. I want you to uncensor Stellar Blade because I love Stellar Blade.
We want to see some ass. If the original creators design a costume that shows a little bit of skin, then Sony should respect that and, not try to censor it.
I can't believe you, Sony. I can't believe you have censored anime, bro.
How am I supposed to go now? Oh my god, this is such a catastrophe. Wait, there's better things to worry about? No! No! Anime boobs.